Hello and welcome, nerds and nerdettes. Is that word, nerdettes? It is now.
No.
It is now. Anyways, welcome to episode 20 of Spreading the Nerd, unscripted and unabashed. I'm your host, Clint Coombs, and the dashing fellow next to me is none other than Rick Davis, co-host extraordinaire. Today we're diving into this week's game news, letting our nerd minds run with some randomly generated ideas, as we usually do. And capping it off, we'll have our prediction for this year's Game Award nominees and potential snubs. I don't have a list. It's going to be off the cuff, as per usual. But anyways, how are you today, sir? How was your week?
Okay. The week was terrible, but we're through it. How about yourself, sir?
Good. I am glad that it's I'm glad it's over.
Yes.
And crappy weather. It was like cold and then warm and then cold. So it was just
we got that without the warm, and we just got dreary.
Yeah. So I'm ready for the weekend. It seemed busy. I got mine too.
I believe that's your daughter, right, Mora?
Is she in here causing trouble already?
No, she's making sure you're prepared for.
Yes, I do have my fortune cookie. Someone has to take care of me. Thankfully, she's around.
Good looking out to our unofficial producer.
Yes, the unofficial producer. Yes. Yeah, and fellow, as Ellery says in chat, shout out to my fellow chip and ketchup lover. Yes.
Less good looking out on that one. That's why you're unofficial.
That's right. You could be official producer of Spreading the Nerd, but no.
Yes.
That's all right. We'll forgive you. Maybe less allowance.
Speak for yourself. I'm not forgiven.
Less allowance.
Yes.
I'm not going to send you cash when you go off to college. Not to buy crappy chips.
You cannot be trusted with how you spend the money now.
Right. God, if I ever come to her dorm room for a visit and I find chips with like little ketchup packets next to it or something,
lock the door and set the room on fire.
Not going to be impressed. Clearly, money's going to nothing. Anyways, how was so your week was good? Well, not good, but you're glad it's over. Yes. It was terrible. Were you able to play anything during the week or?
Yeah, mostly Veil Guard and some Pro enhanced.
Nice. How's the Pro treating you? Anything?
It's okay. As I mentioned to you in the Discord, I think it was today. I had to go against all that is good in the world and turn off film grain in The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. I started to notice some real, like, I guess you'd call it artifacting.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, is the upscaler this bad? And then it occurred to me I had film grain on. As you are supposed to, folks. As you are supposed to.
Now,
however, I'm not done.
Oh, all right.
However, the thing to remember is upscalers do typically struggle with film grain. So I was like, oh, I'll try to turn it off. Now, I actually haven't redone the parts that I noticed all the artifacting with, but I feel pretty confident they'll probably be corrected at this point.
Now, can I intervene? So, with film grain, do you always have it on all your games, or do you just really like it with Last of Us?
Well, I mean, to be clear, I see that you currently have film grain on with your camera because
I can't help it. It's the lighting. I can't help it.
It depends on the game. I actually kind of like it, but with any kind of horror game or very film-esque game, like anything Naughty Dog makes, for example, I usually do want it on. Although I don't think Uncharted had a film grain, but both Last of Us do, and I think Last of Us actually looks better with it on. But I mean, when it's causing the upscaler to go berserk, you pretty much got to turn it off. But like Silent Hill, I don't remember if Silent Hill had one or not, but it's a definite on for that because like that is genuinely part of the art style of Silent Hill.
I was just thinking that, and I don't think it's an.
It might just be on automatic.
It might be, but that is the one game or horror games that I do keep film grain on. Other than that, get it out of here.
Yeah, I mean, horror games typically are made with the intention of having it on.
Right.
Like, actually, I could be wrong on this. I think Silent Hill probably 2, because you wouldn't even notice it in 1. But I want to say Silent Hill 2 might be the first game I actually remember having a film grain. Because I remember it was kind of a big deal. It's like, oh wow, that actually makes it look more like a horror movie, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I had it on in Dead Space. I don't remember if it's an option in Dead Space remake or not, but I don't think I had it on there. I think I did leave it on in Resident Evil, but again, you're talking a horror game, so.
Yep. Have you played anything else on the Pro that's stuck out to you now that you've had like more time with it? Or
I've played most things that I own that are listed as Pro enhanced. The one exception being, ironically enough, one that I was pretty actually excited to see how it is improved, and that's Rise of the Ronin. I just haven't got my ass in gear and put the disc in the drive.
I completely forgot about that one, and I would like to see that Pro enhanced because
I think it was Digital Foundry did say that it apparently still has some issues, but they didn't go into detail as to what those issues are. But couldn't be much worse than it was on a regular PS5 because it kind of ran like dog dirt on there. Although what's weird is it wasn't really a bad frame rate that I remember. It was mostly frame pacing was all over the place.
Yeah, I think it ran even at 60 frames. It was kind of like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing for me is like even on quality, it just didn't look good.
No, well, and there are things that look good. Like your character looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
And the other characters, for the most part, if they are a named character, they look pretty good. But the environment is like so empty. It's kind of weird, and it kind of breaks the whole like image,
which sucks because I really wanted to like that game.
It's a fun game, and like it's a cool setting. I like the what is it, like early 1800s, I think, which is when like Japan started to kind of against their own wishes be westernized by having, you know, the United States and other Western cultures kind of start to force their way.
Yeah, the time setting was perfect. I really liked the setting,
and I like how, and I didn't get far enough to really know how much it plays out, but you know, it's such a major thing about it was making the decision between pro-shogun, which the shogun at that time was in favor of the westernization, whereas the people largely were not, or anti-shogun, and you know, trying to fight to stay more traditionalist, and that, you know, that affects who you ally with and stuff like that. And I am gonna get back to it because I did like it. What's weird is there's times where it's really hard. There's like a boss fight where the difficulty spike was insane. Minor spoiler alert, because if you were dumb enough to not realize that you're, what do they call it, the Blade Twin or whatever comes back, they come back. Surprise! Yeah. Being as that you spend time creating the second character, they're not in the game for 15 minutes and then gone. But like relatively early, you get a boss fight against the Blade Twin. And now in my case, I'm playing as a guy. I mean, you can play as whatever you want, obviously, but I made the Blade Twin a female, and she was impossible. Even on like because I was typically playing it on, I can't remember if there was 3 difficulties or 4. I think there was 4, but maybe the 4th one you had to start it at that and couldn't change it. So I had mostly been playing it on the 3rd difficulty, which is like dusk or whatever. Yeah, they're all named by like time of day, which is weird. And even when I would turn it down, I couldn't beat her. I did eventually get her, oddly enough, back on the hard difficulty, but that was a bitch. She was really hard.
Some of the early boss fights in that were very rough.
Yeah,
indeed. But I am excited to try it on the Pro. That being said, I have a backlist already of games, and there's a backlist of games I also want to try on the Pro, which I did just get confirmation that my shipping label is ready, so I should have it the 21st. So that's next week.
Sony are very good about actually getting it to you on time.
Yeah,
so,
I had it on time.
I had zero doubt that we would get it because they actually do ship it next day. And like they make the label pretty early, but then they don't ship it until the day before, which is now in Silkenit's case, obviously it was going to. Oh no, he didn't get it through them. He got it through Best Buy, which would explain why he got shipping information and it was shipped out so much earlier. Because mine did not ship till the day before. What day did it come out? Was it the 7th?
7th, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Mine did not ship until the 6th, but I got it on the 7th.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited to get it. We'll have to guess in the Discord what number I get of the model there, since they're
I'm going to start being jealous of you next week. You've been jealous of me for 2 weeks now. I'm going to be jealous of you next week.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Bros become a thing in a week.
Yep.
Of which Silken it already is one. I don't want to.
He is.
Even though I think you've used your pro more than he's used his at this point.
Oh goodness. I'm sure we'll be putting it through its paces. Well, I believe he's getting Wilds on PC. I think we'll be getting it on console. But I haven't really played too much this week because I've been busy with work and getting ready for winter for the house because it's getting cold and stuff. So I played some more Dragon Age, Veilguard, and dude, I'm loving that game. I really am.
You guys are a lot further than me in it, but yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm still in the part that everyone's like, "God, they're opening, I don't know, 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever, are terrible." I'm like, I don't think so, but okay.
I thought the opening was fine, but every time I play it or I boot it up, I'm just in awe of the graphics engine. It just runs so damn good. Like I have a good PC, so I know it's going to run it well. But it, like, even with full RTX, everything maxed, without frame generation, I'm still getting like 170 frames, which is nuts.
Yeah, you do get much better than I do, but mine does pretty well for the most part.
I've heard every
once in a while I'll drop under 60 and on rare occasion down to like 50, but it usually hangs out in the
Silkiness
in the 60 to 85 range, whatever it is.
Yeah. Silkiness says, I killed one boss in Bloodborne with pro power. God.
Me and Silkinit were instrumental in turning Kevin Ainsworth from Project X Talk into an official FromSoft boy.
Hey, Kristen, thanks for joining. Good to see you.
But
anyways, back to Dragon Age.
But Digital Foundry did say like this is a genuinely good PC port. Like they did everything right. And
it released well. That's
what I mean.
Patches later.
Right,
it just out of the box, and quite honestly, for a PC game, I haven't heard of that in quite some time where it just ran fantastic. So
if you want to level a complaint at it, but there's a reason for it. The only real thing you can say is it can have a lengthy, what do they call that? A shader compilation.
Whatever
that's
just
called.
Shader complicate.
Yeah. But the point is, then it prevents shader stutter, which is way freaking worse than waiting 10 minutes to play the game. So and it doesn't. It's not that long every time either. Like
the first initial time is a little bit.
The first one, depending on your CPU, can be up to about 10 minutes. That's about what mine was. But then typically after that, it's like 1 to 2.
That
said, I don't know why. It might have been because of the update, but yesterday I did have a long 9-10 minute one again. But it might just be because of that update. And I'm sure when I started today, I didn't get a chance to do it since I've been home. It'll probably be like a minute again.
I hate the shaders with any of the latest Call of Duties because it's constantly updating. So every time you log on to Call of Duty near enough, you have to wait for shaders. And so you're like waiting 5 minutes before you can like go through menus or anything because it's running at like 20 frames.
When it doesn't do shader compilation at the beginning.
It's there at the main screen, but you can go and do things while it's there, but you can't because it's 20 fucking frames per second.
Right. But does it give you the percentage of its progress?
Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah,
it's
just a pain in the ass because it's usually every time, and it's not quick like Dragon Age. It is like 5 to 10 minutes, and it's almost every time you start the damn game up. I swear, it's awful. But whatever. Call of Duty.
Well, if it doesn't do that, Call of Duty's then 7.6 terabytes to install. So
God, jeez, I don't understand. I don't get it.
It's eventually going to happen. It's eventually going to happen that you won't be able to install it on any system made because the install is going to be larger than any hard drive available for a PS5 or for an Xbox.
You'll have to have just like a standalone. It'll come with a hard drive with it.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, besides Dragon Age, haven't played much. Played some World of Warcraft, but
mostly Horizon for me. I actually haven't played as much Silent Hill as I should have, but I did miss a little bit with that. But yeah, same thing. Mostly Dragon Age for me. Last of Us, kind of, now that the pro's out, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do it, and then Horizon Remastered.
Yep.
Horizon Remastered needs a couple patches for a couple. It got a patch yesterday, but it didn't fix what I wanted it to. Assholes. But
my daughter in chat says you finished a pretty cool game with me, and I did talk about that last week because that's when we finished it.
I do remember you saying you were playing something with her, and I don't know what
Detroit
it was.
Become
Yeah,
Human.
yeah.
And I made sure I got the worst possible ending because she was trying to get a decent ending, and I was like, nope, I'm shooting and killing everybody for no reason.
So you committed genocide, is what you're saying?
Pretty much. So yeah, anytime I saw a human, and I was like, nope, no discussion, you're dead. And so yeah, we got like the worst possible ending. So I don't think she was too impressed, but oh well. I was having fun. The game is good though, and it's taken me a long time to get to it, and finally did at least.
I don't know why I fell off of that one so hard. But like, it wasn't even that I didn't like it. I didn't. I finished whatever I was doing for the day. I went to do something else. I never felt like playing it again, which is weird because I do like.
Yeah, it's very good.
Quantum Dream. I do like their games, and actually, that is probably pound for pound their best game. Heavy Rain was really good, but like Detroit was objectively a better game. Yeah, and I just never really did much with it.
Yeah, good story and good narration and everything in it. It was good, but I think we're moving on to the Quarry next for us to play through, I believe. Yeah, so that's all I've been doing. Oh,
actually, what you guys should do.
No, we're not playing Hollow Knight.
That's not even what I was going to say.
All right, anyways,
but that is true. Moro, make him play Hollow Knight. No, what I was going to say is you should play Until Dawn.
And there's Bade, and he's in chat. We were just talking about you a couple days ago. The super fan. We were just talking about you a couple days ago. I was texting, and Rick was like, "Where's the super fan?" I was like, "I think he works when we're on." So he's kind of like comes in off and on. So, but yeah, we're here. We're here, Baden. Yeah, we're here.
Baden, I have a very important question. Very important. Bring that back up. Why'd you take that?
Oh, okay. All right.
Is that an intentionally blue hedgehog as your profile, or is it just the color? Because if that is a Sonic reference, you're in good company, my friend.
That would be pretty cool. I would like that as a Sonic reference. I like it.
I want to know. And I want to know truth. Don't be lying to me. I want to know if that's a Sonic reference or not.
Because it's fine if it's not. Hedgehogs are just cool in general.
I should go get a hedgehog and paint it black and red. It could be Shadow.
It is a Sonic reference. All right, there we go. You can stay. There's a whole backstory. Oh my God, we need to know the backstory.
I don't know if I don't necessarily hear it through a YouTube comment section, but we need to hear the story though.
Yeah, and we do. I should have mentioned it at the beginning. We do have a Discord now, so everybody's welcome. Just be nice, and
unless you're not. But
unless you're not. The rules are just be nice, respect everybody and their wishes, or else you will get banned.
And also bringing chips and ketchup in together. Permaban.
God. The whole picture has shoes and onion rings.
Okay. I need to see this now. I need to see this.
Okay. I'll have to have
Ellery, you better be careful. You might have competition for head nerd spreader right now. I'm just saying.
Oh God. And yes,
the gap is closed.
Yeah, the whole backstory I'll have to know. Silken, I almost launched Sonic Frontiers this week. Have you played it before, Silkenet? Because that's a good one.
Sonic Frontiers is quite good, actually. I didn't play enough of it, but actually that was the other one. As I did play some Sonic X Shadows Generations.
I want to get that, but it's on like my Christmas list type of thing.
That said.
Here we go.
Rest in peace. Good night, sweet prince.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's move on to that. What you said your trigger was broken, or
can you hear this?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Can you hear that? I think it's either a piece of plastic or a spring broke in it.
Oh, that's how long have you had it?
This is the V1. So
you've had it for okay.
That said, I do have 3 Elite controllers. I have this one, and then I have two version 2s. I don't remember. Did I ever show you my like what are they called? The custom one that you can get. I don't think I did.
No, I did have a version 2, and it lasted me. I love it, but it lasted me probably 3 months before it got drifted. And I'm like, are you serious? Oh, I have seen that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. That said, since I got it, I've barely even used this one. I was using the one that broke most of the time.
Yeah, Silicon, definitely check out Frontiers. It's good. I don't know if you played Sonic Adventures, but it's it's
actually, I would say so.
But
So what Sonic Adventure was compared to
the
Genesis ones. We'll get to this in a second. I want to finish my story first.
Yep. No, go ahead.
What Sonic Adventure was to the Genesis ones is what Sonic Frontiers is to the other ones. It's the next progression of it, and I'm pretty interested to see where they go with it in the future because I did like it.
Nice. So yeah, Baden says for the story, 6 or so years ago when I was in middle school, me and some friends wanted to do Discord trolling as realistic Sonic characters, and I was Sonic. The profile picture just kind of stayed. Okay, I'm all about some trolling. I like it.
Hey, Clinton Silking it. And Ellery, I guess. What is my Steam profile picture? I don't remember.
It's Sonic.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's
I'm not. You think I'm lying?
Because I don't remember.
Kevin's in chat. Yeah. Kevin Zainsworth, everybody. Thanks for coming in, sir. He also prefers 3D Sonic. I do too.
There's my friends list. Oh, look at that. It's Sonic. What do you know? It's also animated Sonic.
Oh my God, he's so fancy. Now you're gonna get a bunch of people. Gonna get a bunch of friends.
You're right. I should have put a big giant block over it so nobody can see anything.
You're gonna get a bunch of friends now. You're like, who is this person?
Animated though.
I like it. I need to redo mine because I think mine's Starfield or something. I need to redo mine.
Guys, I want everybody to I know you mentioned about Kevin being there. I want everyone to welcome the newest FromSoft fanboy.
Yes.
Some might say. Welcome, Kevin. You are in good company.
He's
as a FromSoft fan.
Finally going to stop playing games on easy and go right into hard mode. I like it.
He's coming straight in it very hard.
Yep, he's coming in for the beating.
I like it. I appreciate it. Well,
jump right in, cannonball. God. Let's get to some news. What do we got? Now that we have a fancy Discord so we can put all the news and stuff in there. I think we'll be kind of talking about this a little bit later.
I hear tell we had some pretty good questions for the week too, as well to make sure
we do, yeah. So I think we're in for a good episode, I think. They're all good episodes though, right? So we'll probably talk.
If you have low standards, I suppose.
I know. We're just here to have a good time. One of the stories that we'll probably talk about a little bit later or come up. So Stellar Blade, PS5 Stellar Blade sweeps all 7 categories at Korea Game Awards, which the game is Korean, first off. So I'm not surprised, but also well-deserved. The game's great. I love that game.
I can't say I know the Korean game space all that well because the reality is it's mostly multiplayer.
Yeah, and when I was reading the article, it did say that most of the Korean Game Awards go to multiplayer or mobile games. It
is what they tend to prefer as a culture way more. It's doesn't Korea have those crazy what do they call them, gaming cafes and stuff like that where people play for 3 days straight or something crazy like that at sometimes?
God. Dominic's in chat. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so I'm excited for Stellar Blade. That's good. That's good news for it because it's well deserved. It's more than just a pretty face. What were we calling it? Stellar.
We call it Bosom Blade, but
Bosom Blade. That's what it was.
I think we kind of missed the mark on that. It should have been more like Stellar Boob or something like
Stellar Boob or Stellar Costume, Stellar everything. The game. All puns aside, it is a fantastic game, and it's really good.
I'm going to stop short of fantastic and just say it's a really good game, but it is a very, very solid start to something.
Oh yeah, it's one of those games.
I have much higher expectations for the obviously eventual sequel. But I think they showed a capability to be able to make clearly good combat, and that's the hard part, right? They started with that really well.
Fishing out of nowhere in that game.
It wasn't the
great.
best fishing though. Let's not.
It's fishing in a game. It's lovely.
I don't disagree. But it's not particularly. No, actually, no, it's not bad in that. I might be thinking of 15, that Final Fantasy 15, that really the fishing was not very good.
It was not good in 15.
Which game am I thinking of where you actually have to spin the analog stick to reel it in, and then you actually what? I was playing it not long ago. What the hell was it?
I'm not sure which one that one is.
I'm sure Silken knows. Silken,
maybe
what I'm thinking of.
That you had to do that, and maybe I'm doing it backwards.
Like you had to do something where you reeled it in slowly to try and catch the fish's attention. Then you hook in, and then you fight with it.
Yeah.
What the hell game am I thinking of? Let me know, Silken, because this is driving me nuts.
Okay. And speaking of mobile games, another little article here: Monster Hunter Outlanders officially announced for mobile. I was like, okay. I'm super excited for.
Silken, it's not 15.
No, you sure?
I'm almost positive.
All right. So yeah, Monster Hunter Outlanders officially announced.
Oh God! What? It's Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption.
Playing that?
No, that's why I don't know where I got that from.
I thought it was something you were recently.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, but it clearly was not. No, Red Dead Redemption 2's fishing is better than fishing games. It's fishing, just like its hunting is better than hunting games.
So yeah, with this new Monster Hunter, Teamy Studio Group. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's some mobile dev group. Just announced
partly owned by the CCP.
Probably. And it's going to be an open world survival game set in Monster Hunter universe. No release date. They did put a trailer out for it. You'll see familiar monsters from previous installments and maybe even some new ones. That's fancy. But I don't know. I probably won't either. I'm just not a fan of mobile gaming. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't either.
What else?
You can have your backbones, which, by the way, I found out this week. Apparently, to use a backbone as a regular controller, you have to have a paid subscription to it.
There is a paid subscription, but you don't have to. Because I have a backbone.
So somebody wrote into the one Last Stand Media thing and said that you had to have it to use it, not for your phone, but for anything else, is what they said. Is that inaccurate?
Well, I'm sorry. What was that? I kind of misheard what you said.
So they wrote in to the last Summon Sign, which is a Last Stand Media show, and said that in order to use it, if you using it for your phone is not the case, but to use it as a Bluetooth controller for anything else, you had to have a paid subscription.
That probably
that is dog shit beyond dog shit.
It is. The one thing that I hate about it, I do love it. It feels great. I do play a couple like games on it on cloud if I have a chance to or whatever. I don't use it often, but every time that I use it anyways, when I plug it in, it pulls up the app, and every single time it asks if I want to do the monthly amount, or I'm like, no, how many times do I have to say no to this goddamn thing? So that annoys me. But other than that, it's good. We got some really useless information from Microsoft confirming plans to release an Xbox handheld, but it's years away. Thanks.
I have thoughts on this, but I'll let you go first. Unless you want me to go first, but you.
My thoughts are, I hate things getting announced early like this. But also, with so many other PC handhelds out there, like the Ally and the Lenovo's got one. I know MSI's got one.
MSI's is not out yet, I don't believe.
I thought it was, but
wasn't there?
I know they're coming out
months ago, but they are though. Yeah, they do have one.
But it's coming out, and I'm just like, I know there's another one too, and then you got the Steam Deck, but these other ones are PC, so I'm like, I don't think there's really a huge space for this right now, but I thought the Claw was out, but I'm not sure.
The Claw is the MSI, I think, correct?
But also, for me to even be remotely interested in this, it can't be all gimmicky, can only be played on the cloud crap. It has to be able to install the game.
if it is so that's one point of what I was getting at. If it is a cloud-based thing without native
I'm out.
playing, don't
Out.
even make it. Don't even make
Yep.
it. There's no
I'm
point to
out.
that. There's no point.
Yeah, I am such a it has to be
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah, you're right. It came out in March. I thought it was coming out next year. My bad.
Oh, yep. So yeah, there's so many like already PC ones that I really don't think, and that's all this one's going to be, except that maybe it'll just have the Xbox Store and Game Pass. And Ellery says in chat, this Blackbird, I think they missed the window to be relevant. Yeah, and this is like
Bingo.
years out
Bingo.
supposedly. So it's like, what's?
I've heard people saying they don't want to see it release next year when the Switch 2 or whatever comes out.
Right.
And I get that, except if it doesn't, which it's not. You're right, it's not. If it doesn't, then what's the point?
Yeah,
you're going to be releasing it towards the end of the
Yep.
the tail end of the generation for the because theoretically the Xbox is going to end prior to the PlayStation. That seems to be what's heavily rumored and logical, being is that they're trailing so far behind. Also without a mid-gen refresh, it's obviously running out of time a little bit quicker. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I did I don't know, maybe a year ago on the XP community episode, Luke or Logan, I forget which one, had mentioned when the rumors first started circulating about this, which based on what we just heard, I'm going to guess those rumors at that time were not true. I think the reaction to those rumors is why they started doing this.
Right.
But they said, with the rumors coming up, what do you guys think? And I was all like, yeah, absolutely, this is what they should do, blah, blah, blah. But again, that was a year ago. And now they've early production years out. You might as well just scrap it at this point. Like there's no point.
It's just useless information, and it's too late. And by the time this comes out, the next Ally, the next Claw, the next ones, those are going to come out, and they're going to already have practice on the PC handheld. And I feel like those are just going to be better general. The only way that I see this working is somehow it's a built-in dock to a console they release, and it's like, hey, once you leave, pick up the handheld, and it's there. It's downloaded onto your. That's the only thing.
So like almost like a Switch or a
like
more streamlined Portal almost is what you're saying.
Right.
Except they can run natively as opposed to the Portal, which is not even really cloud. It's just straight up like it's like your what do they call it, Steam Link.
Yeah.
I think Xbox missed the boat on this. I think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
That they're a solid 2 years too late on.
Yeah, because when it says years, I'm thinking this thing is at least 2 years out, which
I'm going to guess more like 3.
Completely misses the window. Misses the window.
So unless it comes out at $100, which it's not going to, it's already probably going to be a commercial failure at that point.
Yeah,
which will no doubt result then in numerous European studios being closed by Xbox.
Yeah, and other people are going to already have like the Ally, the Steam Deck, the whatever else, and what also what Ellery said, they are either too early for mass buy-in or too late. Yeah,
bingo.
I feel like the only people who are going to buy this are, if and when it comes out, are like huge Xbox fans or super into the ecosystem, which if you are, fantastic. But I don't think this is going to sell like leaps and bounds type of thing.
And if it is a cloud item, which at this point, that is probably the direction I would assume it will be, right?
Honestly, yeah.
If I had to guess one or the other, I would guess cloud only. That will make it a less enticing product than what is already right now available. Because in doing that, so let's say hypothetically, it probably would bear to think that it would operate based off of the Xbox app, right? Whether it's on your computer, on your Xbox itself, whatever, right? So that's already limiting your ability to use it, and for other things, I mean, right? So that would then make it that it's no better than using a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally or whatever that can then access your Steam library, do it natively, or stream this cloud stuff, or do whatever. So like we're probably already talking about a more limited product than what is actually available right this minute. And on top of that, when you look at the number of titles that are cloud streamable, yes, it's improving, but it's not up there yet to the point that it warrants having its own system, So that's kind of where I'm at. And I don't know. Do you have a ROG Ally or do you have a Steam Deck? I don't remember.
I've got the Ally.
You have the Ally?
I did have the Steam Deck when it first launched, but then I swapped over to the Ally.
Did you ever happen to use the remote play app on it, or not app, or whatever you had to do?
No, I did not. No.
Okay, I did mess with it with my Steam Deck because there is it's called Greenlight, I believe, is the name of the one for Steam Deck. It's obviously not an official one, but it works. You have to kind of do some finagling to get like because by default it doesn't map like your Xbox button and stuff like that, so you kind of have to adjust that. But when you get it working, which is not real hard to do, it actually works pretty well to the point I'm like, well, this is probably better than what this handheld. It technically is not running it natively, which would be the difference, right? It is doing remote play as opposed to running it natively, but that's kind of where I come in on it. Is if they talked about it 2 years ago and it was coming out this year, yeah, it's probably a good idea then. They really missed the boat on this one. I think it's way too late at this point, and probably. Unless the plan is to just simply make it for the next generation, that we'll see what they even do with that. But I think they're way too late to the party here.
Yep, definitely. But since we're talking about Xbox, did you know that this is an Xbox?
So is this apparently.
Did you know this is an Xbox?
I did. Here, I got an Xbox. I got one right here.
Now, before I get into this, or we both get into this, to be fair, I thought the commercial was kind of cool. Like, it's saying, like, hey, if you want to be in the Xbox, you want to play Game Pass, you can. If you want to, play it everywhere and stuff like that. That is cool. It also hurt me because I've always been an Xbox fan. I've always been like the underdog fan. I've always been a fan of the Sega consoles. I always want them to win or whatever. But this just kind of solidified, even though Phil came out and he said that, there will be further consoles and stuff. This commercial, while cool, it just, to me, felt like this is the starting point where Xbox truly like looks at itself and says oh, thank you, Hillary. I lost my train of thought now.
That did make me laugh. That's why I brought it
up. That they've fully embraced that, like, hey, we're not really a console maker anymore. We are. And to me, ever since they bought Activision and we're going into the cloud and stuff, I was like, Xbox to me now is a developer.
They're a platform in the broadest sense of the term at this point.
Yeah, yep. And that's fine, but but for me, there's no reason to have an Xbox console anymore, and that sucks for me.
Yeah, the sad reality is I'm based in the same place.
Yeah, and for me, that sucks. And so while this commercial is cool, like, yeah, you can play Xbox wherever on cloud, take it on a bus, take it at the hotel, whatever. That is cool, but it just, like I said, it makes it, I think they're finally realizing or are turning towards that point, like, hey, we are just a grand publisher that has a console now.
I think it's a fantastic business business strategy for Microsoft, and a terrible one for Xbox.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah,
because I mean, clearly Xbox is not going anywhere because they invested obviously so much money into it that old Satya is not just going to cut them off. But if you like the Xbox platform being an actual physical console, I don't think it's going to be a thing much longer. No. They will release the next console. I mean, they'd be so far into R&D at this point, they're not just going to scrap it.
Right.
But I'd be willing to bet that's your last one. I
wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think it'll happen again after that because.
Yeah. And
their thing is, by doing it the way that they're doing it, they just keep cutting themselves off at the knee. I know this is beating a dead horse at this point, but did they really have to announce already that Indiana Jones was coming in spring to PlayStation 5?
Dude,
yeah, we all knew it was happening, obviously.
We thought it was going to be like a year out or something.
I didn't think it was that long, but still, we knew it was going to happen. But did you have to announce it? And on top of that, what just came out? Well, for me, what comes out next week for you? Guess what? The Xbox is going to be the worst place to play it come spring.
Yep.
Because it'll be better on PC. If you play on a regular PS5, it'll be equivalent. But
yeah,
the Pro will be better. And do not fool yourself. That will have a Pro patch because by that point, it will almost certainly have to because that's what Sony did with PS5 with the PS4 Pro. They gave them, I think, 3 months before they said, okay, and then releasing it after this date, you have to have Pro features. They're gonna do the same thing with the PS5, especially since it's so much more expensive, and they're trying to, tell you why it's worth having. But so when this comes out, the Xbox will theoretically be the worst place to play it.
Which sucks for their.
That's hard to even wrap your brain around.
Like one of their biggest IPs, and in 4 months, the worst place to play it is their console. Yeah. It's like, god damn.
This is why. Okay, you do it. You toil away at it. You make it. Everybody knows it's the worst kept secret in the industry. It's going to happen, but you don't say anything, so the people go, well, maybe it'll be a year and a half till it comes out.
Yeah.
Instead, you just go, oh, hey, here's a gun. I'm going to shoot myself in the knee with it and see what happens.
Yeah. At least it'll be on like Game Pass on the console, but it'll be on Game
Pass
Pass
is literally like the only advantage.
That is the only thing.
Is that if you have Game Pass, you obviously won't have to buy it.
Right.
Which for me, and I can tell you a lot of people, that's not a reason to have an Xbox. Now, I still have an Xbox. I'm not saying I don't. And I still do use it. I mean, I just mentioned about my damn thing breaking. I've noticed you're pointing at.
At my Xbox, it's white, so it's like with the blinding goddamn heavenly lights. This Black Friday stuff, whatever's going on sale wise, I need to get like a little light over here, so I can turn off my film grain and not have like.
It also looks like you have an actual light on behind you.
I do.
Well, there you go.
It's up. But if I turn it off, I'm gonna be even more film grainy.
It's even more grainy, but you can still see what you're pointing
at. I am in Silent Hill right now, so So I need to.
You're not in Otherworld yet, so you're still okay.
I need to get like a little light over here, or turn my already obnoxious LED lights from my PC up even more. but yeah, it's just too bright in general.
When did you get a white about? Series X?
It's not. It's the Starfield wrap.
Oh, okay. I was like, that thing just came out. I don't remember you buying it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. How dare you? How dare you, sir? I spent all my money on the goddamn PS5 Pro. I saw that. It's like, hey, your card's got charged, and I'm like, all right, and I'm like, oh no. I'm in credit card debt.
All of a sudden, I have 4 extra digits on my bill.
I'm happy. It's fine.
I'm still jealous, though.
I'm
not. I don't care. You can have your stupid Pro anniversary. I don't want it.
Fine, whatever. I'll keep it too. Anyways, and also in Xbox news, did you see the IHOP collaboration that they got going on?
No, actually, I didn't. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they have an IHOP collaboration. So they have like Indiana Jones themed breakfasts.
Wow.
That's a New England thing, right?
I want that spelled out, Chad. How do you spell breakfasts?
Breakfast. Now I'm gonna be saying
breakfasts.
Breakfasts.
Yes.
Breakfast.
It's not the easiest word to say. I'll give you that. But you added like 4 syllables.
Well, you put in that like Northern New Hampshire old Mainer accent. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. Breakfast. Breakfast is. Now, see, I can't say it.
No. I think Sokinit's got it right. That's
breakfast.
That's
what I'm gonna. God. But yeah, that's God, that's how I say it. I'm sorry. Yeah, so let me see. IHOP, Xbox. Let's see if we can pull some fancy stuff here. Ew, that's not it. Jesus. God, why is it so bright? Let's see. Can I do that? Hold on. I'll pull it up so we can see it here. Present screen. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Oh yeah.
What about that is Indiana Jones?
Aside
from the Indiana Jones icon in
the
the upper left-hand corner.
It is the long lost cookie butter milkshake. I don't know how long it's been lost, but you've got the Explorers.
Since last week when it had a different name, I guess.
Explorers caramel apple butter hot chocolate. Actually, you know what? That sounds pretty good. Speaking of hot chocolate, mine's not hot anymore, and I'm not impressed. What else we got here? But the adventure doesn't stop there. Become an International Bank of Pancakes member and upload your IHOP receipt to earn Pancoin. What is this? Exclusive Xbox themed prizes in the IHOP Stack Market. There is too much pancake innuendos going on here. You got a fancy blue Xbox. Oh, the IHOP colors, I guess.
I think I hate that.
I don't like it. It even says IHOP at the bottom. Like,
yeah, it does. I didn't even notice that before.
No, thank you.
Now I definitely hate it.
Now, however, they do have these glasses, and Ellery.
Those are fire. Those are fire.
I like these. The Halo.
Dude, this is a throwback to like the late '80s Burger King.
Yeah.
Remember those sick ones? What were they, Star Wars or whatever? That were like.
Yeah.
I actually saw one of those randomly recently. I'm like, this takes me back to being like.
I have the I don't know if you remember when Lord of the Rings I'm sure you remember when Lord of the Rings came out, but Burger King sold like goblets with the meal. I have like
I remember when the movie came out, but I don't remember there being goblets.
I think I have like 5 of them up in the
what do we got? We got Halo, Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, just like a.
Oh, that's all of them. Okay, Indy.
That's all of them. Indy, and then Flight Simulator.
Okay, that's Flight Sim, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And that reminds me, if you're interested in Flight Simulator, Amazon is having a deal right now on a Flight Sim HOTAS.
HOTAS.
Flight Simulator controller that's branded as Flight Sim for $100 on Amazon. Pre-order right now.
Is it a Logitech?
No, it's the.
Well, Flight Sim didn't make it.
HOTAS. How is it?
HOTAS means hands-on throttle and stick.
That's the one.
That wouldn't be the brand.
I don't know if we can say that anywhere else, but yes. HOTAS.
Oh my god.
Breakfasts.
You can't pronounce breakfast, nor can you pronounce HOTAS.
Oh god. Yeah, Ellery posted a picture. Ellery also, I have glass Garfield mugs from McDonald's from the late 70s and early 80s. Nice.
Did you say Ellery posted it in the Discord somewhere?
It's under nerdy news.
This is a glasses.
It's hot ass. It's a hot ass controller is what I'm supposed to say. HOTAS. Okay, I got it. Or like Protoss.
Because if it was 2 S's, then yes, it would be hot ass. But it's only 1, so it's HOTAS.
I'm not sure.
I would think it'll be a stick, Ellery. I don't know. I don't know if it has
it's a stick, and then it has like the throttle too, I think. But
it's not
an actual.
I'm sorry. I said was it Logitech? Thrustmaster's who I was thinking of. That's who usually makes the ones for.
That might.
Yeah, they're the ones that usually make them for Ace Combat. So that's probably what it is.
But all I know, it was on Amazon, and it was $100, which seems like a pretty good deal.
Okay, wait a second. I'll show you something cool.
Okay, I'm waiting.
You don't have to wait long. You just gotta click.
Okay.
My dad has this one.
Hopefully,
not for the Xbox, for his PC. But
Jesus Christ!
Now, to be fair, I don't know if he bought those together. I don't believe the throttle came out at the same time.
It's even got little.
Oh, dude, that's a hardcore stick. I didn't do that. But yeah, that's like now. Actually, the one that I have is I don't want to say it's the same thing because it's not. Mine's nowhere near that. But if you want to look it up, I have a T16000M, I believe is what it's called, and I have the stick, throttle, and pedals. Mine's like a $200 set maybe. Yeah, that one's for like genuine like super hardcore flight sims. Usually, like jet fighters.
Yeah.
Like he can obviously use it for this, but most of those buttons aren't used for anything in flight sim. But that's more for if you ever heard of DCS, he plays a lot of DCS, and that's where you need there's not enough buttons for DCS because it's like as hardcore a flight sim as they get. So yeah, sorry, I was looking for what you found. And I saw that I was like, I'll show this. But yeah, that's he has an insane stick. I'm waiting for him to eventually upgrade to something else so that I can then inherit that.
please pass this down to me.
That thing's heavy too, man. It's like all metal.
Oh, nice. Krista says, I'm kind of sick right now, and watching the scrolling background is really mesmerizing. Hopefully that's in a good way. So I hope we're like not making you more sick. Either way, I hope you feel better soon for sure. And thanks for
Krista's
hanging out with
balls
us
right now.
That 80s synth style, whatever. Yes, in a good way. All right, cool. Good. I think that was kind of it for news that I can think of off the top of my head. It wasn't really
been a fairly slow news couple of weeks, but I mean we're almost in the holidays, so
yeah. How about some questions? Since we had some questions for the show, since we had the fancy Discord people writing stuff in, we're like big time now.
Are you able to display them on the screen or no? I actually don't know if you can or not. You can you could probably post in the private chat and then show it that way, right?
Hold on, my fucking mouse is dead. Let me plug it in. Jesus Christ. This is an Xbox. There we go. Let's see. Let's go with Nissa's off the top here. If you are deserted on an island, what is one game, one album, and one movie would you bring with you? Do you want me to answer?
I was intentionally avoiding that question, but go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking about it today, so I'll answer this one. So if we're allowed to have updates and stuff on this island, I'm going to go with Final Fantasy 14 because of the updates, and I love Final Fantasy, the story. So I'll go with that. If I don't get updates, I'm going with Baldur's Gate 3 because there's just so much I can do in that. One album, I was racking my brain for a good portion of the day for this one. God, it's so hard. I'm picking 3 because I'm the host. I can do what I want. I'm gonna go with A Perfect Circle's Mer de Noms album, Interpol Antics album, and Snow Patrol Final Straw album for me. And a movie, this one I was stuck on. I think I'm just gonna go with the classic Aliens for me since I'm such an Alien fan. Then I'm sure there's better out there, but that's for me. That is for me.
I guess if I have to answer it, I will. God, I have no idea. Game I suppose. Well, okay. So I'm also working under the assumption that it's not like this is the only game we've ever played, right? We've played other games. This is all we have left to play until help were to show up. So
I gotta figure out how to put in.
I guess I don't know, Witcher or Cyberpunk or something like that. So something that lasts a while, and there's a lot of different ways to play it. I guess you can have the album because I don't care that much. I listen to music, but I've never been as into music as a lot of people.
Right.
Typically, I use it as a time killer. I don't make time to listen to music because I just don't really care that much. Although I did get a new album today, and because I'm an old man, I got a CD.
There's nothing wrong with CDs.
I got a CD. It's a new Linkin Park album. I have not listened to it yet because
that came out. Yeah,
I have not listened to it yet, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. But And God movie, I don't know. Well, I'll cheat and I'll say the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings extended trilogies.
You know what? That's good. That's good.
Because that'll help kill a solid like 16 hours right there of time.
That's good. Yeah, because you can get the extended edition in one package, so that kind of counts as one movie, right? Look at Silking It is on top. This is why he is the baguette bro. We had some people in chat asking about the Discord, and Silking It just coming out with a home run here.
I'm telling you, Ellery, that there's people gunning for you right now. You better step your game up a little bit.
There's people gunning for Ellery, but in my heart, Ellery will always be head nerd spreader.
I don't disagree with that. But I also think perhaps we could have like arena battles.
For what?
For
Baden.
Baden. I don't care what
knows
Clint
what's
says.
up.
I don't care what Clint says. You're a smart guy, dude. You're a smart guy.
Wait
a minute. If you're thinking the same as me, maybe not. But we'll let that one go.
You're too nice, Ellery. It's yours. That's how it is.
In that case, Ellery is going to be chained to a pole in the middle. It has to be. There will not be an option. The battle will be mandatory.
And then we had some other questions. I'm trying to look through here. Let's see. You wrote in.
I didn't write anything. What are you talking about?
No, I'm gonna read yours out loud, sir.
I didn't write anything in. What are you talking about?
Don't even.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't even. Hey, Spreading the Nerd hosts, long-time listener, first-time write-in. What is this, 1990s radio call-in? I have a question for the show this week. What is going on with the food tastes in the community? From chips with ketchup to gnocchi and Italian sausage, which there's nothing wrong with, I'm starting to think I never want to attend an official Spreading the Nerd potluck lunch. At least the bread looks good here. Side note, cloaks are coming back, baby.
I do not know who wrote this in. I do not know who wrote this in. But
some guy named Butch.
Butch, welcome to our community. You at least are bringing good opinions, all right? And clearly, as you yourself acknowledged in this letter, we need more of those because we have some pretty horrendous food takes in here, and God knows we're not going to take it sitting down anymore. But yeah, I want to welcome whoever that is. He or she is a valuable member of this community. And clearly
Very
wise beyond their years.
I don't think the community would survive without Butch. But yeah, I think was it last week that we got on the whole with the chocolate chip, with the ketchup chip.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
And we're still going on about it. It's never going to end.
Oh yeah, no, that's end. Like Foodcast is like a part of the show now,
which is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Because it usually results in some of the best comedy.
How Baldwin joined Discord? Look at that. Baldwin is a gentleman I play World of Warcraft with. That's awesome. Cool. And everybody else that just joined. Oh my God. This is cool. Is this what it feels like to be famous? I like it. It's pretty cool.
I wouldn't know because I don't think we're famous.
Oh, this makes me feel famous. So this is all I need right here. This little crew we got. That's all I need.
I didn't complain. I'm just saying I wouldn't call us famous. That's all.
Oh, we're famous in my own mind. We're big time.
Okay.
We
do have a banging ride or die crew. I will say that. I will say that. You guys are good stuff.
Yep, for sure. Most of the other stuff is pretty much on what our main theme is here. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's really too much else.
I see Haven Moss asked how to join the Discord. A little bit further above where you said that, Silking It gave the Discord the link. If you need it again, let us know. We can reshare it. But I don't know how long you've been here, so I don't know if you can see that far back. But it was only about 10 posts before yours.
Yeah. We'll get our Silking It mod to get on there.
I don't.
Everything is like popping
I
off tonight
cannot
for some reason, so
I cannot stand
I
this
can't
stuff.
keep up with it. Caleb and Chat, you've always been famous to me, Clint. You know what, Caleb? You're amazing. You're a good guy. Me and Caleb drive 2 hours to meet each other to go watch movies in IMAX because we're bros.
If it's a good IMAX movie, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I am lucky in that I live in the middle of nowhere where there's nothing good. 15 minutes from me, and actually right by where my wife works, there is a very good IMAX theater. So I did luck out with that.
Awesome.
I was hoping, by the way, to see. I don't know if you saw, but I think it starts next week. Interstellar has another IMAX run. It's not
December
coming
8th,
anywhere near me. Like New York is like the
that
closest
sucks.
one. I was like, because I did not get to see that in IMAX first, and if you see a Christopher Nolan movie, you have to see it in IMAX because every one of his movies are made for IMAX. I'm so
Interstellar
mad.
was
Interstellar is my second
so
favorite.
good.
Is my second favorite of his movies.
I think it's out December 8th, so I'm gonna try and go see it too. I think it's December 8th. I could be wrong, but yeah.
Is it okay? I couldn't remember if it was late November or early December, but
I could be wrong, but I think it's the 8th.
Yeah, dude, I was so hype. I was like, yes, I'm finally gonna see this in IMAX. No,
that sucks. So yeah, let's move on to what we think are going to be the nominees for. I got to pull up a list because I'm not. This was literally thrown out this morning by me on what I thought would be a good topic, and then we didn't do any, or I definitely didn't do any research on it.
I was extremely irresponsible and literally didn't think about it 1 second after we discussed it.
So we're really not sure why you're fans of the show, but thank you for the randomness that you love here.
They're here for the chaos. They're here for the chaos.
This is chaos. Game Awards 2024 nominee list.
They haven't announced them out.
No. I need
okay,
what's what I'm looking for? The list. What is it?
The list doesn't exist yet. That's what I'm saying.
I just had it in my head. The groups like best game, best
the
action
categories.
Thank you. Jesus. Let's see if we can get.
I do remember that. I almost said Blackbird. I do remember that, Ellery. I have no idea why I was calling you Blackbird.
But okay, yes. All right. But remember that time you came. What did Ellery say?
Remember that time that I came up with the most amazing Beetlejuice game on the spot?
That was pretty baller. I want that. I want that game. Caleb says, Clint, we should see Solo Leveling movie together. Comes out in January. Yes, 100 times yes.
What actually is that?
It's an anime. It's
Weeb.
Yeah, you could become one. You could be one of us.
I say as I once again point to my. I have no idea what that character's name is, but it's the Play Asia sticker.
I don't think I have any Weeb stuff around, sadly. We were kind of talking about Weeb stuff earlier today, but no, I don't think I have anything Weeby. Not too Weeby, anyways.
Krista is a certified Weeb.
Then there's nothing wrong with that either.
I did not say.
Yeah, so let's see. We've got a list. All right, we ready? Let's.
Okay. Wait. Moro said. I don't actually know what her real name is. That's why I keep calling her Moro.
That's fine.
I can know what she's talking about. I don't know her name is. She said you have the manga on your shelf.
Yeah, I do.
I do have manga behind me. You can't really see it, but it is in that shelf. So I have like all 6 or 7.
It's under red
hardcover editions of Battle Angel Alita. Is that
okay.
Which actually I haven't finished them, but I was like, this actually is pretty good. And then I have all 7 editions of or all 7 volumes rather of the Grand Blue Fantasy manga, of which I've read half of the first. Nice. But I can't help myself. When I buy something, I have to have it all.
I haven't.
So there we go. There we go. One step over the line. It never coming back to normalcy.
You'll get there someday. Matt Kipster in chat. The only manga I've read in full was Demon Slayer. I haven't read the Demon Slayer, and I'm rewatching season 1 now because I left off halfway through it, and then yeah. Plus, the daughter wants to watch that with me too, but someday we'll get to it. Oh, Silking It. My mom bought me all 42 volumes of Berserk this year. I've got like 3 of the hardbound books there, which I super love. I love Berserk.
Krista is hardcore into Black Butler. I know there's a lot of volumes of that, but I don't know the exact number. But yeah, that's her thing.
Nice.
If we go to like a Barnes Noble or whatever, she's always looking to see if another one's out or if there's one she's missing.
All right, off the cuff. Here we go. Do we want to start right off with Game of the Year?
Of course not. That's last.
Okay. All right. Fine. God. What do we get?
Let's skip. Wait.
Let's go with this one. I got one.
I was just saying. Let's skip the stupid shit like the.
Okay. Yeah. No.
How about like the games for change? Like I don't even give a shit about that. So.
Most anticipated game. What do you think is going to be nominated for up there?
Wilds for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance Kingdom Come, but I don't know for sure. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6 is what's going to win. I'm already telling you that's what's going to win.
That's true.
I would guess Fable will be on there. Do they usually do 5 or 6? I don't remember.
I think it's 5. I mean, we can. I think it's 1, 2, 3.
Actually, it might be 6.
It's 5.
It's 5. Okay, so I got one.
If we can only come up with a few, that's fine. I think.
Well, I just couldn't remember where to go. I know there's something big that I'm missing.
I'm thinking
Wolverine. I'll say Wolverine as well.
Is that slated for 25?
Well, number 1, it doesn't matter, but number 2.
Oh, that's right.
It is. It is slated for next year.
So yeah, I'm pretty much. I think maybe no. I don't think Civ 7 will be on there.
Actually, if it wasn't buffoons voting on it probably would be. But you're right. There's probably not enough of an audience in the
right. Exactly. I think that's one. I think that's going to fall under Snub, and also I think
Snub here, but it will not be Snub in a later one.
Right. I think what else will be a snub will be South of Midnight. I think that's.
I agree with that.
I think that should be up there. I think that's going to be a good one. I'm excited for it more so now that I've seen more of it.
I'm more excited for that than Fable. At least that they've shown what the game looks like.
Yep, leaps and bounds. Let's see. So yeah, for snubs, I'm pretty much the same thing with most anticipated.
I mean, GTA 6 is obvious, and that is what's going to win, and it's going to be by a mile. And then I'd guess Wilds will be second then after that, but
yeah,
6 is number 1 by a mile.
Let's see, best debut indie game.
Oh God, I have no idea.
The one that comes to my mind, and I don't know if it counts, would be Sea of Stars. Does that count? Silken It would be great for this because he's.
Oh God, I'm thinking of what's yet to come.
No, this is like for the year. For the year, yeah.
Did that come out this year? I thought it came out last year.
I'm pretty sure it was this year.
Silken, did that come out this year?
Nothing but super intellectual conversation.
Also, no, it was last year. It was last year. I think.
Was
because remember it never. Never mind. I'm thinking of Dave the Diver because Dave the Diver won Indie Game of the Year, and it's not an Indie
Sea of Stars was last year.
Okay, I thought so. I thought it was.
No way.
Because
God,
it was a big deal because it was like the first game that came onto. Wasn't that the one that came to both Game Pass and PlayStation Plus?
Yeah.
Which was a weird thing because that never happens.
That was over a year ago.
That's what I thought. I was like, well, barely
Holy
over a year ago, but
shit.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I swear that's.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's see what came out this year. Well, I'm going to take Silken's word on this. He said Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I've seen people talk about that. I have no idea what that is.
No idea either.
That's one of the worst names I've ever heard for a game. But, so we'll throw that on there.
I'm trying to think of some other Steam.
Nine Souls will be on there. I assume that was the debut game for them. Right?
Yeah, debut indie.
That's the problem. Yeah. I don't know when they were debuting and when they weren't.
Right.
I could maybe see Bo, but Bo wasn't really all that great. But it did get reviewed. Okay.
I could see Bo on there. Yeah, that's a game that I liked, but I played it for a few hours and then just completely.
I thought Nine Souls was way better, but Silken is Nine Souls. Was that their debut game? 2022, Matt.
I should have just labeled it as indie more than just debut, I guess. But What else we got on here?
I have no idea.
I'm
I
not
still think
really
Photo
sure.
Pirates.
Okay, let's go with best.
Okay. He said Nine Souls is their third game, so obviously that's not going to be on it. Yeah,
Oh.
I have no idea because I don't know what is and isn't a debut title.
When did Elden Ring win Game of the Year?
2022.
That was 20. What was it?
22.
Yep. Well deserved.
Horizon robbed. I know
yeah.
nobody agrees with me on that, but I stand by it.
I can see where you're coming from. I think this would be a good one.
Okay, so there you go. Animal
What
Will
is it?
it's Animal Will is what's going to win that. I'll bet. Oh no, Balatro too, but
Balatro, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know how much Balatro is going to be with the people who vote, so I'm going to stick with Animal Will. I bet you Animal Will wins.
Yeah, I know there's a pretty good following for Balatro, but yeah, I know Animal Well is very popular because of Donkey, right? Donkey, I think his name is.
Yeah, it's his thing.
Let's see. Best multiplayer game for this year. So we had what? We had the Helldivers. That'll be up there.
Helldivers, you'll have Call of Duty.
You'll have what else multiplayer came out
this year? Is there some shitty Nintendo multiplayer game that came out? Because that'll be on there regardless of its quality.
Splatoon 3.5 or whatever.
Yeah. They gotta get Nintendo in there somehow.
Yeah. What else came out for multiplayer this year?
I mean, those are your big ones. Like Call of Duty and Helldivers are your huge ones.
I bet Helldiver wins on that one.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe they'll throw 14's expansion. Was it Dawn Trail? Is that the name of it? They'll probably put that in ongoing though.
Yeah, that's usually like ongoing and stuff. MMOs usually aren't in them.
Yeah.
Ellery says Concord. That's a snub right there. That should be on everything.
That would rule if somehow it made that list.
Oh my God.
But you know what? It wouldn't surprise me because you remember last year when they gave like best community or whatever to Bungie right after Bungie fired their entire community manager team.
Oh God.
Dude, it would be the best game show ever if they actually gave Concord that nomination. That would rule. Amazing. Oh my God.
Absolutely amazing. Matt says in chat, hot take, but I think Ragnarok should have won Game of the Year on 2020.
You know what? I said that for the longest time, and I stood by it. And I thought about, like, you know what? I did like Horizon better. So for me, it was Horizon 1, God of War 2, and then Elden Ring 3.
Morrow, yes, South Park Snow Day is multiplayer, but it is awful. I actually returned that game.
Of like 50.
Yeah, I am a massive South Park fan. I almost always have a South Park episode going while I'm cooking. It's always going. But I actually returned that game or refunded it. Game was.
I remember how hyped you were for it. I was like,
game was bad.
Oh, good pull there, Silking It. Good
Silking It. Warhammer 40K. Yep, that'll be up there
because of the co-op, not necessarily the. Is it Operations? I don't remember what the name of the.
Yeah.
No. Endless War or whatever.
Yeah, I never played the PvP of it. I've only played the PvE, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, that'll be up there.
Yeah, that will be for sure.
Yeah, I think at this point, chat should just host the show because we're completely out of it. Best strategy games. What is it? What's out on Xbox right now? Age of Empires 2. Was that this year?
No, that's
like the remake or whatever.
That's the one that's coming, isn't it? The one that came out this year was Mythology, wasn't it?
Mythology will probably be on there.
Aura, was that the name of it? Aura History Untold. That'll probably make it.
Yep.
Because that was pretty well reviewed, wasn't it? And also, bear in mind, there's something to really remember here, and this sounds like a joke, but the sad part is it's true. This is a category that most of the people voting on it don't give a shit about. So they're going to pull whatever they know and just vote for it because, God forbid, you would try to get people that actually represent each genre.
Yeah,
the same morons. Now again,
Frostpunk 2 will be on there.
Yeah. Frostpunk was very well received. This is another thing where I could see some Nintendo game that I don't think of being on there. Not even as a joke, just because I don't know if they had anything though.
Silken also says Homeworld 3. Dude, I was so hyped for Homeworld 3, and that has bad reviews.
He's definitely right about Unicorn. Unicorn's what I was trying to think
Unicorn Overload should be up
Did
there.
Homeworld
And if
come out
not,
this year?
that is a huge snub.
Yeah. Honestly, Unicorns will probably win.
It better. That's my biggie. Why is Homeworld? Yeah, Homeworld. Manor Lords also, but isn't Manor Lords early access, or did it come?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
And I personally don't think early access games should be able to win things.
They usually don't. I think it does have to be a full release.
Yeah, I think it happened one time, and I remember being pissed off about it, but I can't remember what the game was.
Multiplayer game. I'll bet you Pal World gets a nomination.
Yeah, even though it's early access, maybe. Yep.
But, well, it is officially out of early access now, isn't it? Isn't it 1.0?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't paid attention, even with the whole Nintendo suing, and at this point, early access should be a full category. I honestly, truthfully, Silken, that should, and like things should go into it and be like, hey, has this person been communicating with the public, and how many
Tekken 8 would probably go into your fighting game / sports category, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
No, Moro, there was not. There hasn't been a new Mario Kart game since the Wii. The Wii U.
No, still sitting at goddamn Mario
Kart. Even the one on the Switch is the Wii U one.
Jesus, I like Mario Kart, but goddamn, like, can we get a new one, please? I'm pretty sure we'll get a new one with the Switch 2 when that comes out.
That's
Jesus.
That is the question. Matt's question here: do we think Elden Ring DLC will get any noms?
I think so.
See, I don't know. Because it like obviously in terms of reviews, yes, it's probably, I would imagine it's probably still the highest reviewed release of the year. But and I'm not talking size, obviously it's bigger than most games that have come out.
Right.
I don't know if I think that a DLC would get it. I have no
idea.
Idea.
Because Witcher 3 Blood and Wine won a lot of
but it won awards for like expansions. It didn't win an award for like game. So I don't think it will. My guess is it probably won't qualify for a lot of that stuff.
And Baldwin in chat, thank you for saying Mario Party game, the new Mario Party game, because one of the
categories.
One of the categories is like best party, family games, whatever, and I think that's up there for sure.
Yeah, win.
Let's see. Best fighting game.
That's gonna be Tekken, yeah, almost for sure.
Tekken, Mortal Kombat will be up there.
Mortal Kombat didn't come out this year; it came out last year.
God damn it! Did it?
It came out in September.
Time goes too damn fast.
Like I'm almost positive it came out in like September.
What else came out this year for fighter games? Anything?
See, I'm not a big.
I'm not a fighting.
If you count it as, I guess it is a fighter. That Dragon Ball Z game, people love that. Sparking,
okay, yeah,
whatever it's called. That came out this year, so that'll win a nomination for that. Tekken 8 is almost assuredly going to win that vote, but
yeah, Mortal Kombat was last year. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know of anything else, which is why they don't make fighting games be their own category. They throw them in with sports games, I think, don't they?
It says best fighting game.
Does it really?
Yeah, which but they have things in here like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Pocket Bravery, Street Fighter 6. No idea. I don't keep up with
Street Fighter 6 came out 5 years ago.
23.
Okay, so last year.
That one came out in 23.
That only came out last year, really?
Krista, good pull. V Rising for that would be like indie, wouldn't it? That'll be snubbed. I think that'll be snubbed.
That will be a snub, yeah.
Yeah, but it that's a good one. But I think that would be a good indie game for sure.
No, never mind. It's an expansion. Never mind. I was gonna say Diablo. Diablo came out last year. It was Vessel of Hatred that came out this year.
Best role playing game. Here we go.
That will be.
You're gonna get
easily
Final Fantasy Rebirth.
That'll be the most heavily contested one this year by a mile.
It's gonna be crazy. You got Rebirth,
Infinite Wealth.
Infinite Wealth. God,
You might. I don't think you'll get Dragon Quest 3, but you could.
I don't think we will though.
It also is kind of late, so it might be a little tough.
Yeah.
You got what else are we?
You got let's see what I'm doing. Visions of Mana. That'll be a snub.
Yeah, I don't think that makes it.
Metaphor.
Jesus Christ, Metaphor.
Metaphor will be up there. Uden Chronicles, 100 Heroes.
That'll
be a snub.
I don't know even about Snub. That wasn't really reviewed all that great.
Yeah.
It came in like 7s on Metacritic.
Rise of Ronin no, that's not going to be up there for RPG. No, get out of here.
Well, it wasn't even reviewed high enough.
Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, that could be RPG.
Maybe that's
amazing.
There's some I'm forgetting.
Unicorn Overlord, but I think they'll put that under strategy.
I think that goes under strategy.
What about Persona 3 Reload? That came out.
Yes, there you go.
That'll be up there.
I don't know if Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance will be, because it's although it is like it is like half a new game, but I'm going to guess that it will.
That's not. A snub. Dragon's Dogma 2 for
yes, there you
RPG. Go. That'll be up there.
Yeah,
this RPG is going to be a rough one this year.
Actually, so quick side note, I something I did want to say today. A big discussion that keeps happening is whether this has or has not been a good year for gaming, and it was for me. But here's the thing, and I think it was a good year with one major asterisk: you have to like RPGs. If you don't like RPGs, this year was horrible. But if you like RPGs, you're eating good all year.
Oh yeah, the new Trails, Daybreak, that'll be a snub.
Yeah, well, maybe, because I think
it'll be a snub, but it should be up there
because that one was really well received.
Yep, and it was an easy one for people to get into the series late into it.
Well, that if there's any working against it, it's that you will have a lot of people that have not played the series to play that.
Final Fantasy Dawn Trails is possible, and like the World of Warcraft War Within expansion too, but I don't think those will be put in there for that. That's going to be a rough one. That's going to be a rough.
I would. It's going to be between Metaphor and Final Fantasy.
I think so. Yeah.
It probably comes down to who's voting. But I would not be surprised the Atlas have two candidates there. Metaphor 100% is going to be like that's not even a debate.
Metaphor will be there.
I would think that Persona will be as well. Can we again say what a banger year Sega had this year? Like
Sega was
best publisher by a mile.
Yeah. That should be a
Yakuza. Well, it is, but it's not at the Game Awards. But there is somebody that does award like best publisher.
Is it Joystick Awards or something?
I don't remember. Yeah. The question will be whether Atlas falls under Sega or not, because while they are owned by them, they are technically separate. But so really under Sega, you got here's the just off the top of my head, you got Infinite Wealth, you got Persona 3 Reload, you got Metaphor.
Unicorn
Overload was them, right? Yeah, Unicorn Overload. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Atlas. Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance. That right there.
Crazy year.
That's five like 85 and above games right there. Just this year. Oh, and Sonic X Shadow Generations. Reviewed super well. That's them too. They have just stomped on everyone else's throats in terms of like high quality publishing this year. It's crazy. Yeah,
they were wild this year. Silken in chat, I had a problem with Final Fantasy VII pacing, but it's nothing compared to my issues with Metaphor. I haven't played enough Metaphor to know. I'm gonna wait out. Oh, Dragon Age, duh, for RPG. I think it might be too late.
What? No, it's not too late. You might be right. Since it was reviewed so well by publications, it very well could get a touch.
Go in there. Final Fantasy VII for me, the pacing was rough for me in parts. However, that being said, that game played with my emotions fucking crazy.
That game is still heads and shoulders above everything else for me. Nothing else is even clear. Metaphor probably came the closest, and from what I've played, it's still not even sniffing its asshole. That's how much better Rebirth is than everything else, in my opinion.
So good. I like the animal. the frame of words you. It's not even
Oh.
close to sniffing your asshole. Okay. Oh God. Let's see what else we got up here. Best audio design. Honestly, this will be one of
Silent
the
Hill will be up there.
few.
Silent Hill will be up there.
Yeah, Silent Hill. What's the Xbox game? Hellblade 2 for audio.
You think?
Oh, the audio, and I'm not a huge fan of the game. I think the audio is phenomenal in that.
Really?
I think we'll get audio for that one. Yep. I think so.
To be clear, so this is where it gets real here, because they have a couple categories that it's hard to know what is what. This is talking about like sound design, right? As opposed to like voice direction and stuff like that, right?
Yes, yeah. Let's see. This says yes, best audio design, because then they have score.
And we're also not talking music, okay.
Yeah.
Music is gonna be between Rebirth and Metaphor. I would say they'll give it to Metaphor because Rebirth is mostly remastered tracks. But I could still see them giving it to Rebirth too. But anyway, back to our original thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other game had really good audio in it. Well, just Dragon Age is.
I don't think that'll get that.
I think it's just normal. I'm trying to think of what else I played this year that had really good like audio.
Yeah, this one's tough because it also depends on what you look at.
Yeah. Let's see. And best music, like we said, I think Metaphor.
Those are your two front runners for sure. Well, I mean, Reload might get a nomination there too. Although again, it's not new music, so maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What's a couple other in here? Yeah, the other ones are kind of like whatever.
Voice actor, because I think I have a very strong feeling I know who would win voice actor.
What do we got?
Is her name Brianna White for Aerith?
For
Aerith.
Aerith. Oh yeah. That was
that's a very, very, very strong candidacy.
That was
for
phenomenal.
That, I think.
Silken at Warhammer audio was quite good. Yep. I will definitely agree with you there for sure. Yeah, voice work, Aerith definitely sticks out. There was some good ones. If she doesn't win,
she'll be up there, because there are a fair bit that I don't necessarily know about. I don't know if any of the English voice work was all that impressive for Infinite Wealth or not, and frankly, I don't care, because you played it in English, you played it wrong. But
yeah, I think if it gets up in there, maybe I think whoever does Harding for Dragon Age will do good.
That's the same chick who voiced what's her name from Mass Effect? Liara. It's the same voice actor.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I don't know who. A little fact here. I don't know who she voiced, but Billie Eilish's mom voiced a character in Mass Effect. One of the characters, but randomness.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so no idea who she played. No idea the name.
Is her mom a voice actress, or was it just some random?
I don't know. I think it was just like a random thing, because they haven't mentioned anything else. And how about let's just skip right to it. Game of the year, sir. Now, what
Rebirth.
do you think? Rebirth will be up there.
Metaphor.
Do you think they're going to put 2 RPGs? I mean, it is a heavy RPG.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's it, though. I think it's only 2 RPGs you're going to get. Astrobot.
Really?
Astrobot's definitely going to be there. I don't think it'll win. I don't think it should. I don't even think it should be there, but it will be.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
What else came out this year?
What about Warhammer? Do you think they'll put that up there?
I went back and forth. I don't think so. I think it's
Black Ops 6. You know what? Honestly, though, it wouldn't surprise me, because
if they were ever going to do it, this is the year to do it.
As much as I hate to say it, I really do like this Call of Duty, even though I'm not playing as much as I shit or
Well,
whatever.
and for the
But
first time in a very long time, they actually did
yeah,
manage to nail
the campaign is
all
good.
3 parts of it.
The
'Cause
multiplayer is
I
good.
I
Zombies is
I
fun.
haven't seen reviews on Zombies, but I think people did like that, and they
Yeah.
love the campaign and they love the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they can never get both of those, but they did
right.
this time, so if ever there was a year for it to be there, it would be this year.
Let's see.
The hell am I forgetting here?
Infinite. Well, no, Infinite
I was
Wealth
about to
won't be
say,
up there.
I actually
Infinite
could
Wealth will be a snub.
I could see that though, actually.
Hey, Ethan, good to see you. Balatro, I know people absolutely love that game.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
that'll
think
be
it
a
gets there.
snub.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think it
it'll
gets
be a
there.
snub. I think maybe like possible like best indie or whatever for sure.
Yeah, it'll definitely be in that.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what other.
What the hell all came out this year?
I know there's so many like RPGs that came out that I'm trying to think of other possible games. What about
if they categorize it, Shadow of the Erdtree is in here, but I don't know if they will. That's a big if.
Yeah. What I don't think Silent Hill 2 gets into anything except maybe the audio.
Yeah, I think it'll just miss out.
I don't think Dragon Dogma 2 is going to be up there.
I don't either. I don't think Dragon Age will make this list.
No, I think it's too late in the season.
Oh God, I can't think what all came out. I mean, I am 100% positive Rebirth and Metaphor are going to be there. You can take that one to the bank.
I think so. With it such a heavy RPG year, yeah.
One of those two is your winner this year too, almost for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Final Fantasy VII takes it.
Let's see.
Silent Hill 2 was really well done.
I was going to say, let's hypothetically say they do have like a DLC or expansion category, because there have been a couple pretty good ones. You got Shadow of the Erdtree.
Yep.
You got the Destiny one, Final Shape, which everyone loved, right?
Yep. The Diablo 4 expansion was supposedly really good.
Yep. Yeah. Vessel of Hatred.
Yep.
So I don't know if they do that typically or not, but if they do, there you go. I'm trying to look up a list of releases, but instead of
people were saying like Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma, I don't think it's gonna be up there.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. That could just be me. Like I enjoyed it, but not I'm trying to look at another list here. What about
do we think Tekken gets a little bit of love here?
I mean that's the EU and fighters for me, but I don't think so. What about I didn't play, but what about Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? Echoes of Wisdom.
I forgot that was this year. Yeah, that it's there's your Nintendo, your Nintendo bump right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Stellar Blade should be around there.
I don't.
Prince of Persia, the one that came out at the very beginning of this year.
I can see
Metroidvania should be up there because that game is really, really good. That started the year off really strong.
I think Snub, but only barely.
The Avatar game was last year.
Correct. Yeah, that was in December.
But I did like that game. That was good. It was a gorgeous game. Gorgeous. Star Wars Outlaws gets snubbed and everything. Well, I shouldn't say snub. It just doesn't get anywhere.
Yeah, and it's not.
No, I'm thinking of massive entertainment devs.
I'm trying to look at the big ones here.
Yeah, the DLC for Avatar was this year. I think the DLC was
there's actually one more that comes out. I think another week. It's the second one.
What do you think? Black Myth Wukong gets in anywhere?
No, I don't think it was good enough. Now, on the tech side, maybe, because they do tend to do some like art direction or whatever, and I can see it winning that actually. Yeah.
Matt in chat, Star Wars Outlaws came out this year. Yep, it did. Like a month ago, 2 months ago. Marketing behind it
was in August. It was 3 months ago.
Jesus. The marketing really wasn't strong on that one from what I remember. And it just, of course, people hating on Ubisoft for whatever.
Yeah.
I personally like it. games.
It also didn't get the greatest reviews. It was in like the 8s range at the high end and like 6s on the low end. So that's not going to make much for that.
No. And like I enjoyed it, but I don't think it does anything that better, or it's just a decent game. And if you like Star Wars, it's a good game.
I'm really curious to see what this update next week. Finally, yes, because it's 21st.
Yeah, I think that might be one of
I can finally start playing it again because I'm
holding out to on Black Friday deals, because I am one of those people that are waiting for it to go on sale, as Ubisoft games do, which they shouldn't, as we talked, because Ubisoft games do not hold their value at all, so they don't sell.
And what I keep saying is, and obviously I don't blame anybody for doing it, if Ubisoft are serious about making this improvement, that's the first thing, is you stop putting everything on sale the year that it comes out at half off, because all you do is devalue your games.
Yeah, you don't even usually have to wait. I think I bought Avatar like 2 or 3 weeks after it came out for half price. It's just ridiculous. Ubisoft games, you don't have to wait long to go on sale, and it's well known, which is good consumer wise, but if you're trying to make money, it's not good. I think Stalker 2 would be a contender, but I think it comes out too late.
It's definitely too late.
Well, the nominees are
they already have the nominees.
Yeah. So
going through the list here, I see August 23rd is Concord. I wonder if 2 weeks later, if I'll see like Concord -1 or something like that for it being unreleased.
God, Concord. I saw someone on Threads posted like, "Hey, beanie hats of Concord are still available on the PS Direct website." And I'm like, should I get one for like a collector's thing? Like, because the Concord controllers are going for 3 digits on eBay right now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Stupid. Oh goodness. Yeah, it was unfortunate, Matt. I wish they would have pushed more. It's like, I don't know why. It's Star Wars. They should have really pushed that game, but we didn't even get a physical collector's edition, which I'm so pissed off about, because I love Star Wars, and it was a perfect game for it. Like, just give me a little plush to that little the little dude in it, little animal. But no, not for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Looking through this, I'm up to October. I don't see a lot of other ones that I think would even. So I'm gonna say actually Silent Hill will probably be on this list.
That would I'm all right with that, because it is, even if you're not like a fan of Silent Hill beforehand, this is a really good game.
Yeah, that's a great remake. And you figure like IGN really came in on the low side of the review scale here, and they gave it an 8. Most places gave it a 9 or above. So
yeah,
I definitely think it could. At this point now, I can maybe see Stellar Blade making it too, but I don't think Stellar Blade should. Excuse me, but I could see it.
For all my love of Silent Hill 2 from before in this game, I think Silent Hill 2, the remake, is my surprise of this year on how good
it's up there.
It was.
Yeah, it's up there.
It was. I was like, really, like, I was expecting it to be just okay, and I would be happy since I'm such a Silent Hill fan. But yeah, that was a surprise good on that.
Yeah, you and I think after whatever that one was, I don't remember if it was the transmission or if it was something before that. I even remember saying like, yeah, we're both a little positive on this, and we better check ourselves because it's probably not going to be as good as we're hoping.
It was very much when it first got announced was like the fog of like awesomeness was
because it was more of a this doesn't look nearly as bad as we thought it would, right? It looks massively improved over that first trailer that they did tell everybody like, hey, we didn't approve this trailer, this is not complete footage, because that kind of was like ugh, and so it's like, all right, this looks good, and I better hope. And then when reviews were coming out, I think I was busy, so you sent me the text of the review, and I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be like a 5. And I looked. I don't remember which one you sent me. Was it Noisy Pixels? I don't remember what you sent me.
I can't remember, but it was like a 9. I was like, oh my god.
Maybe it was just the picture of OpenCritic too. That could be.
It might have been that. Yeah.
And I was like, what am I looking at here? Because there's no way this is right. like I was ready. I was ready for this to be like 7s on the high end.
Yep. Which I still would have loved it, but yeah, so that was my surprise probably for this year.
Yeah.
So off the cuff randomness of the Game Awards, I'm sure we'll definitely go over the nominees next week and completely disagree with what they put up there.
once we should make a bet out of this somehow.
All right, what are we betting on?
Well, wait a minute. Let me think how to do this.
Uh,
But we're not doing a show next week. Is that correct? Or no, we are. We are.
Next week is good. Probably not.
So next week we will know the nominees, right?
Yes.
We have to go through the entire thing, include the ones that we have no idea what it means.
Oh yeah, we'll go through the whole thing,
and we have to pick who wins each category. Winner,
okay, yeah.
Winner buys a game for the loser. A platform of choice. What doesn't matter. It does have to be digital. I'm not shipping anything to you. Just to be clear. What do you think?
I'm game with that. I'm game.
Okay, and now here's how we'll do this. Okay, so we're setting the rules now. Everybody in the chat can listen. This is the rules.
Okay, all right, here we go.
So when we go through it next week, right? We'll list out not the categories. We'll go do the category, then we'll list the 5, 6 nominees, whatever it is, right? Each one will be listed with a number. If you can, why don't you try to make a like a Word document or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You can share the screen. So let's say Game of the Year categories. Number 1 is Rebirth. Number 2 is Metaphor. Number 3 is Silent Hill. 4 is whatever. We'll have to have a notepad or something, even our phones, whatever, and we will write down the number of what it is. That way it's not like, I'm not waiting for you to give your thing or vice versa. We're actually giving our picks at the same time. Okay? What do you think? And we'll have to keep score of this.
Yeah.
Game of the Year will make worth 3 points. Everything else will just be 1. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's got to be something there's got to be something that breaks the tie in there.
Well, either way, Game of the Year should be worth more than the other ones.
Okay. All right. So 3 points Game of the Year, 1 point for everything else. And I'll just put up a document and then we'll put it in Discord as like a pinned thing and it'll be there and we can just follow along. Because maybe we can do a live watch, like a live watch of.
I don't think so because it's number 1. It's on Monday, and I believe they're streaming in the middle of the day. Monday. I think they're doing it in the middle of the day. So we'll just have to go with the nominees that are picked.
That's fine. Oh, okay. I thought
we're guessing what's going to win each category.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I was thinking when the Game Awards actually plays. We do a live watch.
That'll be a Thursday night. You're probably gonna have what you call it, aren't you? Rating. They do them on Thursday every year. I don't know why, but they do.
But this late in the season, I don't think there'll be another like season 2 at that point. So I can skip that. This will be way more fun anyway.
I'll say I'm willing to do that. Yeah. Also, bear in mind, there's some that we're gonna have to look into because some of them they'll do off camera. I don't know why the hell they do that, but
that's true. Yeah, or they do them like really quickly, like a quick
they'll be like, okay, here's 5 awards, and it's like
right. Yeah, we can. So we'll try and see if we can set up a live watch, which I think would be pretty cool. And then but I think that's a good idea. So the next week we'll pick on the show what we want to, what we will think will win, and go from there.
We'll make that the main topic of the episode next.
Yeah. No, I think that'll be good.
Going through, like, okay, here's your category, or here's your nominees for this one, and then, like I said, it'll be like a, 4. I'll have like a 4 on my screen, or something like that. Or phone probably wouldn't work because the numbers would be too small. Do you have like a small whiteboard or something? I don't know if I have one actually, so that might not work either.
Oh, like I could stick something right here
because we'll write down the number or we can even write down the name. It doesn't have
in real time. It'll be like electoral votes, but on
right. But the point is, like, we're revealing what we're picking at the same time.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I gotcha. So we can, or what we can do is, we'll just like write it on the phone or type it on the phone and then hold it up. Like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I guess most phones do have like
something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Now, on top of this,
if you have a fancy Android phone, that is.
Yeah, not an Apple. we take away abilities for you. Does anybody in the chat want to be the one that keeps score of what we're picking? That way, it is a completely what do you want to put like non? I don't think either one of us would cheat, but you still got my point.
Yeah.
Like this way, it's a third party handling that.
Right. Yeah. Or I can like I said, put it on a Word document or something, and then have it
Yeah.
pinned in the
There
Discord.
we go.
Silking
it, step it up to the plate like I know.
A spreadsheety. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think that'll be great. I think it'll be
Does
fun.
that sound cool? Like,
oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah.
Does everything make sense? Like, any questions? Like, I think I got this in my head.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
I think we've got it mostly ironed out.
Yeah. And when are the Game Awards are what, in December?
December.
Because I know we got some. Yeah, so that works. Because I know we got we actually got quite a December lined up for folks. So that'd be fine if we
December 12th. 7:30 to 11. Oh, that's kind of late for me, but whatever. I'll make it work.
So yeah, that should work.
All right.
I think it'll be good.
So we'll coordinate more as need be, but I think we've mostly got it. But to be honest, you don't have a whole lot to do right now. It'll just be when we're going through them, make sure you're writing, you're keeping track of who's picking what in each category. That's all.
Yeah.
And then we'll tally it up as we go. He can be the Tag Heuer official scoreboard for the Spreading the Nerd Game of the Year or Game Awards bet.
I like it. I think it sounds good. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll make for a good show next week too. Yeah, we'll just like scribble it on our phones, and then 1, 2, 3, put it up at the same time, and go from there.
Do you want to do like the buying the game, or do you want to do like a gift card or something, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, buying a game's fine.
Okay.
Gift card, whatever. Yeah.
Like I said, it'll obviously be digital. We'll just gift whatever.
Digital's fine. Yeah, we can gift it or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. $70 backs. We're not getting any freaking $100 collector's editions or anything like that. $70 backs. You could pick something cheaper, of course, if you if you want.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think that's a good ending point too. So I think we should get to our we're almost at 2 hours here, so I think we should get to our oh, here we go. Ellery in chat. I will ship chips and ketchup to the winner, or the loser gets chips.
Yes, I like that.
The loser
and the loser
has to eat them.
I was about to say, Ellery, if you're actually serious about that, that's what it'll be.
Yes.
It'll be part of the punishment. The loser has to eat it on the following show.
Yes.
While the show's going on, they have to eat, like right off the bat, they have to eat one, and then they have to slowly pick away at it as the show goes on.
Yes, that'll be fantastic.
Assuming you guys don't mind hearing bullshit
gagging
and crunching. Yeah, like gagging too. Yes. No matter how much you don't like it, you have to finish the bag.
Oh,
so obviously, do not make it a family size bag
for the content.
Man. Put back this bag of potato chips.
Ellery will send like the party family size.
Yeah. Just make it a regular, like, I don't know, what is it, 16-ounce bag or whatever they are.
Yeah. Oh no, can they be ketchup flavored, or do we actually have to dip it in ketchup?
Oh God, I didn't realize that's what was meant. I thought it was ketchup flavored.
No, I believe.
Oh God, I'm gonna do some fucking research on this shit now, because I am not gonna lose this now.
Because
oh my God,
is bad enough as it is.
I have regrets already.
We're following through though.
Yeah. I'm not backing out now. Oh God, this backfired spectacularly.
Now for the dip, I will say, no matter whoever loses, it doesn't have to be like a full-on like chunky dip. It just a little dab. Oh God, maybe like a salt and vinegar chip to kind of
with ketchup.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
That would be worse.
Oh my God, terrible.
And you are not allowed to have your daughter come in and eat it for you.
No. I'll just feed him to the dog.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
I think that'll be awesome. So with this included, I think it's gonna be a hell of a.
I'm gonna do some research on Monday now. What I do with
it's gonna be a hell of a December show. We've got some plans lined up for some good shows.
I'd rather buy you the game and not eat the chips.
Yeah, I am not losing this. I am not losing this.
What do we do in the unlikely case of a tie?
Of a tie?
We should come up with this now. Okay, I got it. What I'll steal from. No, never mind. Actually, doesn't work.
There's got to be
already out. Yeah, never mind. That doesn't work.
That's why I'm thinking if the game of the year, but I have a feeling we'll probably pick the same game of the year, and that's 3 points.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine. But if
You're
there is a
probably
tie,
right, but we got to figure out a tiebreaker.
we'll think of something
We
by
can always
next
announce,
by next show. Yeah,
theoretically, so long as we announce the tiebreaker is prior to the Game Awards, we're
yeah,
okay.
we will. Yeah, we will for sure.
Ellery and Silkenit, think on it. If you guys come up with an idea for a tiebreaker,
Yeah, if you guys think of a good
and to be clear, the tiebreaker is not we both eat this shit either. So don't say that.
Jesus. Oh God. Good Lord.
Oh God.
All right. Let's read people their fortunes.
I feel sick to my stomach already. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're coming in on this too? My daughter wants in on the
Moro's stepping up.
All right. Well, since you're a guest, you can come on. What you got?
Got her cloak on.
Yeah, she's got her Totoro cloak on.
It's got a hood.
Yeah,
there we go.
The hood up. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Only the person who takes risk is truly free. Oh no.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Silkenit approves of the three fortunes.
We are blessed.
You want me to go next?
Go ahead.
Stick to the basics. Be weary of novelties.
Yeah, like chips with ketchup.
Oh God, that's not even a novelty. That's a torture.
Oh God. Only the person who takes risks is truly free.
That's what hers was.
What is that?
That's exactly what hers was.
Oh, hold on. I picked up hers.
I'm calling fraudulent behavior.
Wait a minute. I was like, wait a second. All right, here we go. All right.
Fraudulent behavior over there.
Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. There we go.
I'm scared of the game we're playing. I'll tell you that much because I don't want to strike out on this one.
Awesome. Well, I think that's is that everything? You got anything last minute to say, sir?
I'm just gonna pray to the gaming gods that they come down on my favor because I do not want to eat ketchup chips.
No, I'm excited. This is gonna be good.
I can't believe Ellery did us dirty like this.
I like it.
I was genuinely thinking we were talking about ketchup flavor, like the ketchup flavored.
No, they dip them. Oh God. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much for everybody joining in. This was a awesome episode. Everybody,
this was an unhinged episode.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody joining the Discord and stuff. It's been awesome. This has been really cool. So I really appreciate everyone that was in the chat talking and getting involved, and was just really super cool. So thank you very much.
And making sure that both of us are scared of the future.
It's gonna be great. I love it. It's for the fans. All right, folks. You have a good night. Play what you want to play and watch what you want to watch, and have fun doing it. Thanks, everybody.
And everything you can play it on is an Xbox. Remember that.
Correct. Even a chip.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Play that Xbox. See you guys.